gonna keep it low now. If you wanna go, let's go. Let's wrap it up and hit the road. I just got an awesome vibe, striking the winner post now. Liberty's on my mind. We've taken off, we've left the ground. You gotta understand that we get one chance, one chance. You will never regret the things that we'll do. 'Cause
Good morning guys, welcome to my channel, The Relatable Vegan. I'm Erica and today I thought we would do a what I eat in a day / morning routine video. So it is currently 5:45 and I am dressed and ready to head out to the gym. But first, can we just take a moment to relish in how clean my kitchen and house is right now? Because in about 2 hours, it is not going to look like this. Catch up with you guys when I am back from the gym. Alright guys, it is 7 o'clock. We are back from the gym and now it is time for me to make breakfast and get my son ready for school. So Cece, she's still sleeping, and over here, what are you doing, bud?
What? Cheese!
This guy's watching a little TV before he gets ready for school.
Hey, what?
So in the morning, I go to the gym first, and then I switch with my husband, and he goes to the gym while I get my son ready for school and get breakfast ready for the kids.
wanna drive through the summer night, and when we are old and gray.
So my son actually only goes to school for half a day. I pick him up at 12:30. So a lot of times he's not super hungry in the morning, so I just pack him like a brunch and I pack him kind of breakfast for lunch. I'll do a dedicated what I feed my vegan kids in a day video, but this is just kind of like a brief overview of what I might pack him for lunch. I always have frozen pancakes or frozen waffles in the freezer, so it just makes packing lunch in the morning so much easier.
The things that we'll do, 'cause
Some pumpkin breakfast cookies that I meal prepped over the weekend. They're super healthy actually. They have chia seeds, coconut flakes, pumpkin puree, peanut butter, all kinds of good stuff in there that is a great morning snack at school for my son. Got this cute package of daily notes that you can put in your kid's lunchbox on Amazon. I'll link it in the description box below. I was writing notes to him every day because his teachers do read them to him, but I kind of was running out of things to write on the note. So I found these and they have all different designs on the front and then it still leaves you space to write something on the back. So I love these. There you have his pancakes. Some breakfast cookies for their morning snack. And just some pretzels just in case he's extra hungry. But like I said, he usually eats lunch when he gets home. It's more of a brunch for him at school. Once I get my son's bag all packed up, it's time to make breakfast for my daughter and my son. So I always start with my daughter's breakfast first. She always has oatmeal in the morning for breakfast, and then I move on to my son. Like I said, he's not a big eater in the morning, so I just try to give him a little something, see if I can get some food in him before school. We use the Bob Bread Mills organic quick cooking oats for her. Just do like a 1/4 cup of oats, half a cup of almond milk in there, a little drizzle of maple syrup, some cinnamon, and then I mash in some banana. And while that's cooking, I will wash some fruit for her. She loves fruit in the morning. We go through like 4 pints of raspberry a week, just keeping up with her fruit obsession. So we'll do some raspberries and some strawberries this morning. While I'm washing some fruit for her, I'll also wash some fruit for myself so that I can eat breakfast when I come home from taking my son to school.
We'll be right back.
after I wash my berries, I like just putting them on a clean dishcloth to dry before I cut them up. I use these plates that I got for like 50 cents from Target to plate my daughter's breakfast. Might seem kind of weird to put oatmeal on a plate, but it works for us. So for my son's breakfast this morning, I'm gonna give him half of one of these Dave's Killer Bread plain bagels, and he likes the crunchy peanut butter on top. And that will be his breakfast. I have been loving coconut yogurt in the morning for breakfast. I usually eat the Harmless Harvest brand, but they were out of it at Whole Foods this week. It's so good. So I settled for the So Delicious. This one's okay, but the Harmless Harvest one is way better. So I usually do about a cup of yogurt, and then I will add a tablespoon of chia seeds, and then a tablespoon of protein powder. This is the protein powder that I use, the Truvani brand. I have the vanilla one, the chocolate one, and the chocolate peanut butter one. It's a really clean protein with really good ingredients, and it actually tastes really good. And then by letting this sit while I take my son to school, it lets the chia seeds absorb the liquids and gets them to that gel-like consistency and makes the yogurt thicker. So we're gonna top it with some berries. We have some blueberries, some raspberries, and some strawberries. I'm going to finish it off with some almond butter. Just do about a tablespoon of almond butter on top for some healthy fats and some extra added protein. So there you have it. That will be my breakfast in a little bit. Cece's awake. So it's a little bit after 7:30. Cammy's is dressed for school. He's eating breakfast. Cece's awake. I say good morning. Good morning. She's got some nice hair going on back there. Cammy's is eating his breakfast. Big B is waiting for some leftovers. Cece is loving the camera. All right, this little girl is not into her high chair anymore. So until we get a booster seat, that's kind of what we're doing.
And what do you mean? I like the robot. I like the robot. You like the robot.
Time to brush our teeth. And if you're looking for a good all-natural toothpaste, we really like the Jack and Jill brand.
Yes.
So it is 8:30. We are back from dropping my son off at school, and it's just me and my daughter for a little bit. So since she already ate breakfast, I'm gonna go take mine in the playroom while she does some coloring. So it's 9:15 6:15 and we are outside playing. It is super hot where we live still this time of year, but the feel like temp is only 88 right now, so we are taking advantage and having some early outdoor fun. Pedal, pedal, pedal. Throw it to Mama's? Throw it to Mommy's. Nice throw! Good job, Cece. Ready? Want to catch? 1, 2, 3, catch! Boom! Throw it to Mama. Good job. Good job. Go! Go get the ball, C! Go, go, go! Good job, Cece! Is that a shell? Yeah, is that a big shell? It's a big shell. Alright guys, it is 1:40 and we are finally going to eat some lunch. I actually had a couple little rice cakes. We have these little mini rice cakes with some peanut butter on it before I picked my son up from school because I was getting hungry. But now I'm going to have my main lunch, and for lunch every day I basically have a huge salad. I love huge salads for lunch. It's a great way to get a bunch of micronutrients in at once, and it's kind of quick and easy. I have about an hour and 20 minutes till my son wakes up, and my daughter is still falling asleep. Hopefully she actually takes a nap. So we're going to start with some chopped up spring mix and some arugula. And then I chopped up some veggies beforehand. So we're gonna do some orange bell pepper, some tomatoes, some cherry tomatoes that I sliced up, some alfalfa sprouts. I've been going back and forth between alfalfa sprouts and broccoli sprouts. I just kind of switch on and off the weeks. They both have really, really good micronutrients in them, so I just go back and forth on which one I'm using. And then I do some radishes that are sliced up, some red onion, some broccoli, carrots, and of course some avocado. The salad is not a salad without avocado, in my opinion. So there is our salad, loaded with lots of nutrients. I then go in with a bunch of toppings. So I like to use the sea veggie dulse on top. This is a really, really good source of iodine, and if you are fully vegan, you definitely need a good source of iodine. And then we're gonna do some nutritional yeast. This has like a cheesy flavor and it's got tons of B vitamins in it. And then some pepper and some salt. I also like to add in a heaping forkful of this sauerkraut. It's fermented foods are actually really, really good for your microbiome. So I like to add as many fermented foods into my diet as possible. So I just put a big forkful right on top. Pretty hefty loaded salad, but that's how I like it. So for our dressing, I just kind of make this up as I go along each day. Sometimes I add different things to it, but we're gonna do a tablespoon of tahini. I really, really love tahini-based dressings. It took me a really long time to like tahini. I felt like I was the only vegan on the planet who wasn't eating tahini. But I was kind of like a kid where you just keep exposing yourself to it over and over again, and eventually they'll like it. So that's kind of what I did, and now I actually love tahini. So this is the brand that I use. I do think the brand is important because I've used just the Whole Foods brand before and I just really didn't like it. So if you don't think you like tahini, maybe try that brand. And And then just a tablespoon of balsamic vinegar, maybe a little bit more. And I did add in a splash of water, and I'm just gonna do like the smallest drizzle of maple syrup, just for like a little sweetness. It kind of reminds me of like a creamy balsamic dressing that you would get at a restaurant. Depending on how runny your tahini is, you might not need a splash of water at all. I think this is a little bit too runny, but that's okay. I'm just gonna go ahead and drizzle this on the salad. And that is going to be our lunch. Now what I like to do, instead of just trying to mix this up with like a spoon or whatever, I actually go in with my hands. They are clean. And I wouldn't do this if I was having a dinner party, but since it's my own salad, I like to go in there and massage everything all together. When you massage the tahini and the avocado and the sauerkraut, everything mixes together really well. Every piece of lettuce is coated with flavor, and the salad is literally a million times better. And they do say that the more you massage your greens, the easier they are to digest. Now that our salad is all mixed together, we'll go ahead and put it in a bowl. Delicious. All right guys, we are gonna get started with dinner. I actually just finished that salad that I showed you earlier, but since my kids are napping, I'm gonna take advantage of the quiet time and make dinner now. I do this almost every single day because when my kids are sleeping, it is the best time to get anything accomplished. So I think we're just gonna do some like Mexican green bowls. I just kind of came up with this off the top of my head. So, first thing we're gonna do is make some quinoa because I'm gonna use that as my base. So I'm just gonna take a cup of quinoa and 2 cups of water. And if you've never made quinoa before, it's basically just like making rice. So I have my quinoa and my water in the pot, just give it a quick stir, and then we're gonna put it on the stove, bring it to a boil, and once it's boiling, you just wanna turn the heat down to simmer, cover it with a lid, and let it simmer for 15 minutes. So for our taco meat, we're actually gonna use sweet potato and garbanzo beans. So we're just gonna go ahead and chop up some sweet potato that we're gonna roast in the oven. So to our sweet potato mixture, we're gonna add about a teaspoon of chili powder, teaspoon of cumin, just a little sprinkle of paprika. We're also gonna do a teaspoon of avocado oil. Could do this oil-free, but I think it tastes better this way. So go ahead and just mix that all together. We're gonna go ahead and put that on a baking tray lined with parchment paper. And then in that same bowl, we're gonna repeat the process with the chickpeas. And the reason why we're doing this separately is because we wanna actually let the sweet potatoes roast for about 10 minutes before we add the chickpeas, or the chickpeas will kind of dry out and get burned. So again, we're gonna do a teaspoon of chili powder, a teaspoon of cumin, a little sprinkle of paprika, and about a teaspoon of avocado oil. Go ahead and mix that all together. And then for the cheese sauce, we're gonna do a vegan queso. We're gonna try this quick recipe that I found on Pinterest today. I have one that I really like from the Vegan 8, but I just didn't feel like going through the process of making it. So I'm gonna try this quick one that I found on Pinterest, and I'll link to the recipe in the description box so you can get the exact measurements. But we're gonna do some cashews, nutritional yeast, chili powder, smoked paprika, turmeric, some lemon juice, some water. And then we're gonna blend that up. There is our cheese sauce. One thing I forgot to tell you to add in with the chickpeas is some grated garlic. I like using a microplane. I think it's super easy and you never have to sit there and chop garlic ever again. Our oven is preheated to 400 degrees. And add in our sweet potatoes. And we're gonna give those a head start. And bake them 10 minutes. Guys, our sweet potatoes have been baking for about 10 minutes now. So we're gonna go ahead and add in our chili mixture. And I'm gonna add a sprinkle of Himalayan sea salt to the top of that. Give that a stir so it all mixes together. And then you're gonna go ahead and continue baking that for about 20 to 25 minutes or until the sweet potatoes are nice and tender. So our sweet potato and garbanzo bean mixture is done and out of the oven. So we're gonna go ahead and make this bowl. I chopped up some baby spinach. I'm gonna put some quinoa on top of that. Then we're gonna add our sweet potato mixture. And then we're gonna add some chopped cilantro, which is my favorite herb of all time. It's so delicious. We'll add some cherry tomatoes, some red onion, a little bit of corn, and then of course avocado. And then we're gonna drizzle that queso sauce that we made earlier over it. And I love squeezing lime over grain bowls. I just think it makes everything come together. And that is dinner. Yum.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
I hope you guys found this video helpful. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, and in the comments down below, let me know what your favorite vegan meal is. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel because I will be uploading new videos every single week. Bye!
And make sure to hit the subscribe button for Hot Wheels.
High five, buddy.
Yeah, so you can see my Hot Wheels video. Not so another.
Bye!